Some things in life you can always rely on. Looks will be deceiving. The truth will always be the truth, even if no one believes it. It will rain in Washington. The Matrix has you. Food will always taste better when somebody else makes it for you. Money can't buy happiness, but it'll pay for the search. And Estee Lauder will launch another Bronze Goddess collection. Hey guys, it is that time of year again. Once a year, Estee Lauder launches a summer collection called Bronze Goddess. This year, the collection is called Bronze Goddess Capri. The makeup in this collection is said to take its cues from the sophisticated and luxurious sun-drenched atmosphere of the Isle of Capri. The look is very warm, sun-kissed, golden, metallic hues with deep, dark browns to contrast. Now, let's get started talking about the face products in this collection, because I know that there is a new Pure Color Illuminating Powder Gelée that a lot of people are going to be very interested in. Before I get to that, though, I do want to say that they are launching this with their 3 regular bronzers that they usually do. I don't have any here, but I did review one of them and show swatches in my Bronze Goddess video from last year, so you can check that out. I also reviewed and swatched last year the Luminous Liquid Bronzer from Estee Lauder. That's this guy right here. This is launching again this year. It doesn't launch every year with Bronze Goddess, so if you love it, you might want to check it out. This is, by the way, what it looks like when you get it at the counter. I, just to show you, put a MAC pump in mine. It fits just fine, sort of a little tip for you. If you love this stuff as much as I do, because this is hands down my all-time favorite bronzer of all time, if you love it so much that you buy 3 backups like me, make sure that you take your ones that you just bought and put them in the refrigerator. They will keep a lot longer. Don't put them in the freezer, they'll explode. But they will keep a lot longer in the fridge, and that way when you go to grab one 6 months down the road, 8 months down the road, it's still going to be nice and fresh. I haven't had any problems with the shelf life on this product, just sort of a little tip. Now let's move on to that Illuminating Powder Gelée. This one is Shimmering Sands. This is what this looks like here. You can kind of see. This one is... I'm going to hold these up next to the other 2 that I have. Here you can see what these looks like. This is Modern Mercury. This is Shimmering Sands. This is Topaz Chameleon that came out with their spring collection. These do kind of look sort of similar. This has a lot more color though. This is actually more like a shimmering blush. It has a lot of pigment in it. It's not just sparkle. The Modern Mercury one was just, I don't want to say sparkle, but it was like just wet shine. That's Modern Mercury. You can see what that looks like. This is Shimmering Sands right here. So you can see a lot of color here and less shine. There's not as much metallic stuff going on there. This is Topaz Chameleon. Very, very copper, very bright, very metallic. Now, Modern Mercury and Topaz Chameleon both made lovely highlighters. This is more of a shimmering bronzer or a blush. You might be able to use it as a highlighter on some skin tones, but it's going to be a lot more subtle, and I wouldn't use this as a body shimmer. It's just too much color, and it's not going to give off the same glow. Still has a great texture. It lasts a super long time. You can use these in any way you want. They work wonderful as an eyeshadow. They're a great product, so it's definitely something to check out. All right, let's move on to the lips, and there are 2 lipsticks launching with this collection. However, they are both permanent. This is the Estee Lauder Pure Color Lipstick Tube. They are both permanent and available year-round. One of them is Tiger Eye, and I actually have it in a little sample-y thing because this one always launches with Estee Lauder's gift with purchases. So you may already have it. If you've ever done a gift with purchase, make sure you check for it. Tiger Eye I would describe, here it is right here, I've swatched it, as a very metallic, shimmery, golden, high frost, kind of a rose gold color. It's very pretty. It's not everybody's cup of tea though. A lot of people don't like frosts. I do. Urban Auburn, on the other hand, looks like this. It is a cream finish, not at all frosted, not metallic, and a nice sort of a deep kind of a berry red. Again, both of these are permanent. You don't have to rush out and get these if you are in a pinch and you want to get something from this collection. And just so you know, Estee Lauder's Pure Color lipstick formula, I actually think compares well to lipsticks by Chanel, lipsticks by Giorgio Armani. I find that these feel very, very high-end. It's one of the things that I like about the formula. Now the gloss that's coming out, this is the one limited edition lip product. It's called Shimmering Mirage, and it is very much just a clear gloss with some golden shimmer going on. You can kind of see what that looks like there. It reminded me a lot of the Pure Color gloss that came out with Topaz. That's what they look like. Citron Kiss is the one that's on the top here. I'll swatch these next to each other so that you can see. You can see that is Citron Kiss and that one is Shimmering Mirage. You're going to wear both the same way though. They're not going to look like a whole lot on the lips except a lot of glitter. Now before we jump to the eyes, let's talk about the one nail lacquer that's coming out with this collection. It is called Molten Lava. It's limited edition and it is honestly it's a black base. It may be a little bit red, but it looks very black with a little bit of sort of auburn glitter going on in it. But as you can see, it really does just look black. I didn't buy it. I just painted my nails with it so that I could show it to you. I'm really not the guy to review nail polish because I don't wear nail polish really that often at all. When I do, it's usually a color like this though. It's black, because black looks good when it's chipped, and I don't maintain them. It reminded me of that black with red flecks that MAC launched with Style Black like 2 years ago. Whatever that was called. I don't know. Look it up. Kind of was very similar though. Now, with the eyes, there are two limited edition products. There's one eye color crayon thing here. It's this jumbo thing. This is basically the same product that launched with Topaz, just a dual pencil instead of two separate little pencils. Now, the white side of this is actually really, really pretty. I'm going to just put this right here. It just looks like a really neat, this is very bright. I put this on heavy. This makes an amazing highlighter on the inner corner of the eye. Looks absolutely gorgeous. And then the dark brown is more matte. It's a rich, dark, blackened, definitely dark brown. These are really soft. They last a long time. They do smudge a little more than the double wear ones, which if you like to smoke something out, works great. And definitely for the inner corner, something like this works really good because it's a lot softer. But if you have a white liner that you really like, if you have a dark brown liner that you really like, it's something that you could probably skip. Now, let's talk about the eyeshadow palette that comes with this. There's something that I found really, really funny about this. When I did my Topaz collection, you know what, I'm just going to show you. Actually, all three of those kind of look nice together. Oh, wouldn't it be great if there was an eyeshadow palette? Someone listen to me. Make an eyeshadow palette of these Gelée things, because that would be awesome. So I think you can imagine my excitement when I looked at this collection and it was a palette of pure color Cyber shadows, the Gelée powders, all in a palette. I was really excited. I thought it was really awesome. So let's talk about the colors. And let me get the Cyber shadows because there are a few dupes in here. See what these look like. I'm going to swatch these real quick on my arm. This is the lightest shade. Now these apply very, very bright when you apply them wet. Just so you know. This is the copper one. So this is what I wanted to talk about. If you were a big fan of the Pure Color Gelée products, if you bought the Cyber shadows, if you bought the highlighter from Topaz, you may have products that really easily dupe these. This copper is very similar. I mean, I'm looking at the two, and honestly, I can't tell a difference. Maybe the Topaz one is slightly brighter, but it is so subtle. Then let's go to this gold one here. This is what this looks like. And there's not a dupe for that in any of the other products. This is a very true green gold though. Just be aware of that. It's a cool toned gold. And then there's this brown shade right here, which if you look is actually really pretty, super pigmented. The color on that is amazing. Now some of you may ask though, how similar is it to Cyber Copper? So let me swatch them so that you can see right there. So you can see that Cyber Copper is a lot lighter, but they're kind of a little bit similar. If you used a really dark base with this, you might be able to achieve this. Now, the last one in this palette is this blue one right here. This is what that one looks like. So I grabbed Cyber Teal, and you can see what this looks like. Yeah, I can't actually see a difference between the two of these, even in person. The good news about this is, if you don't have any of those products, if you missed out on some of the stuff from Cyber Eyes, if you missed out on some of the highlighters, if you're really curious to try this new sort of formula that they've got going on, this is a perfect opportunity. The formula for this, the color payoff, the texture, the longevity, it's a really nice formula. Easily one of the best that I saw last year. Again, the stuff that's available for a limited time, there's the Powder Gelée, which by the way, I do have on my cheeks right now. Pure Color Gloss, right here. Eyeshadow palette, the Crayon thing, the Duo color thingy, and then the nail lacquer. Everything else, the two lipsticks, well, not the liquid bronzer, but the powder bronzers and stuff you can get year round. So those aren't something that you have to rush out and buy if you don't want to. Now, before I go, I should talk a little bit about the fragrances that are coming out with this collection. However, in the interest of making this video shorter, I'm going to film a separate video and talk about that, and also compare this to Bronze Goddess Soleil, which came out last year, just because I don't want to take up too much time. So, that's it for right now. If you have any questions, please, as always, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I'm going to throw out my arm here while I'm talking. And that's about it. Let me know what you think of this collection, what you think of the products that are here. Did you get anything? Are you going to get anything? Is there anything that you're not going to get? That's it. Until I see you soon, take care and drive safe.